Hello my friend, in this video I'll show you how to start running ads for mobile apps so you start from day zero running that in the right way and you don't burn money on Meta, Google, LinkedIn, in any platform you're trying to drive app downloads for your application, right? And I also show you the principles that made me achieve more than 10,000 downloads for some of my clients. That principles are essential, so stay until the end of this video because I'll show you everything. Right? Let me be straight with you before we dive in this Miro board, right? The thing is, I'm not a developer, right? I believe that you are a founder or you work with developers that develop your mobile app. Before you start running any ads, click a disclaimer, you need help from your developers. Stay with that in mind, and I'll explain you here how you're gonna do it, and also I share the board so you can actually know how to do it, right? So I divide this in two platforms, Google and Meta. That's the most famous platform. So we can guide by them, but you can also run ads on X and Reddit, and I believe even LinkedIn you can run mobile app downloads, right? However, I work with Google and Meta because it's the most famous one and the ones that most people do, right? So when we are talking about mobile app ads, there's something that's essential for any campaign that you are running, right? I would recommend you to not start any campaign if you don't have an SDK installed. What's an SDK? It's basically a pixel that you usually put in your website, but instead of your website, you're putting that in your app. That allows the Google and Meta and any platform to actually know what's happening inside of your app and what the user is doing. So you can actually better advertise in the app. For some platforms, it's not even allowed you to start running mobile app downloads campaigns before you have an SDK installed. So you'll be obligated to run awareness campaigns or traffic campaigns, and it doesn't usually work well. I also have here a step-by-step to do if you don't have an SDK installed and you want to start the campaigns right away. You can also do it, and you can also have great results. However, let's go with the ones that give you the most results, right? So the first step that you should do, right? So let's say you're gonna start running campaigns for Google, right? When you're running mobile app downloads, you need to understand that you have two systems that you can advertise for, right? The first one, iOS from Apple, and the second one, Android, right? Android is from Google. So if you're running ads on Google, stay with that in mind that the ads for Android will work better, right? If you also want to run Google Ads for iOS, you can also do it, and I also recommend you to do it. However, you will need to install the SDK, right? Here I put a step-by-step on how you to install an SDK and send that to your developer to install it. So you can click here. I'll share the Miro board here in the description, so you can click in the Miro board. You can see everything that's here and also the link here. Right? And after that, after you install the SDK, you can start the app download campaigns, right? For Android, you can also install the SDK before you run the campaigns, and I also recommend you to do it because you can do retargeting campaigns after that and also understand better and track better what's happening inside of Android. However, if it's not possible to you to install the SDK right away, you can already start the campaign, because Android, you can connect with Google Play Store, and Google Ads connect with Google Play Store. And when you connect with Google Play Store, you can run app download campaigns, right? What happens here is that you don't have access to what's happening inside of the app. So you can do retargeting campaigns, you can do campaigns to make people to actually pay for your app if you have a paid app as well. And you have your track limited because you're actually driving traffic to Google Play Store, and you're only tracking the clicks in the download button, right? So your tracking stop here. When you actually install the SDK, you are tracking everything inside of the app. So you probably have a much better result, because you actually can know, okay, like people here that are downloading here, they are not engaged enough. And here, when I install the SDK, I can actually track, okay, these guys are more engaged, and I want people that are more engaged as well. And I can also run retargeting campaigns to activate them, right? So again, for Google and Android, you can run SDK. It's better for event attribution and results. If you don't have an SDK, it's worse for event attribution and results, but you can also get crazy results. I have one client that we started working, and we didn't have an SDK installed, only connected with Play Store, and we were getting $1 per app download. So you can still have great results here, but you won't have access to what's inside of the app, right? Right now, let's go to Meta. Meta is one of these cases of the platforms that don't allow you to run any type of campaigns if you don't have an SDK installed, right? So for Meta, you need to create two different campaigns, one for iOS and one for Android, and you need to install the SDK, right? And for Meta, what it needs to do first, before even install the SDK, is create an app in Meta for developers. And here I have a step-by-step from Meta on how to create it, right? So you create an account in Meta for developers, you create your app inside of it, and then you can install the code inside of your app, right? So you can actually start running the campaigns, right? I will explain you how to run the campaigns in the end of the video, so stay with me here so you actually know how to do it, right, with the right principles. Let's go now for if you don't have the SDK installed, right? Okay, Gui, I can't actually install the SDK. My developers are not able to do it, or like it's taking too long or something, and I just want to start the campaigns. So you have two ways to do it, right? The first way is that you can create a simple landing page, right? A landing page that you just run traffic for that, right? So you run a conversion campaigns and add two buttons, right? Get it on Play Store and download on the App Store. So this button sends people to Play Store, and this other one to download on App Store. So you create the first ad, people click in the ad, they go to a landing page. You can include a headline or even explain what your product does. Usually, if you have a great ad and it's video ads, you're already explaining what your product does, you can just put the two buttons there, just a quick headline with your brand, and ad tracking on these buttons. So you put the conversion campaigns. When people click here, it's what you actually want people to do, right? So when they click here and getting on Google Play, they are sent to the Google Play link, and here download on the App Store. The thing here is that you will know what people are doing. People that are going to Google Play Store and App Store, but you don't know if they are downloading it, right? And you can't also do retargeting campaigns. And retargeting campaigns work pretty well on Meta to make people to actually activate the app and make people to download the app. And it's where the money is. So it's why I recommend you to install the SDK. You can also run a nurturing funnel. What's a nurturing funnel? Instead of people download your app right away, you can create a lead magnet or a VSL or something. If you have a paid app and people pay for the app, right, and you don't have an onboarding well optimized, and you think that's better if you send people and nurture them before they even download your app, you can create a nurturing funnel, basically a lead magnet or a VSL. So they go to a landing page and then they download a lead magnet. In this case, for a client, we were running a ebook, right? So people download the ebook, and inside of the ebook, they are actually sold in the app, the application. They actually see what's the value inside of the application, and then they download the application from the ebook and also via email sequences, right? So that are the first things, right? Again, what I actually recommend, install the SDK so you can actually have retargeting, right? So let's go to the principles here and my rules, so you can actually know and I'll be a little bit repetitive here because I already said some stuff here in the first fold of this video, right? Always give preference to connect the SDK. This is priority to run any ads in any platform. Again, why I say that? Because if you don't have an SDK, you are not tracking anything that's happening inside of your app. So you don't know exactly who are the people that are connecting to your app and what they are actually doing. You don't know if they are paid users. You don't know if they are just people that downloaded the app and didn't do anything. You don't know anything after the app download, right? If you have low budget, track by app installs. If you have high budget, track by purchases inside of the app. Why I say that? Because if you have a low budget, you can't actually make people, you won't have a lot of people purchasing your plan inside of the app, right? However, if you have a high budget, you already have a lot of actions happening inside of the app. So when you have a low budget, when you track by app installs, you get a lot of people that are interested in your app, but some of these people may be curious, right? They just may have curiosity on what's inside of the app. They are downloading because they want to see what's inside of the app. If you have a great onboarding, you can convert them. However, they are people that are more willing to buy, right? And these people, you can actually track by purchases because you will know exactly who are the type of people that are purchasing your app, and Meta or Google or any platform will optimize for this type of people. And hey, Gui, what's low budget and what's high budget? I say everything below $5,000 is low budget, right? Everything above $5,000 is still low budget, but but it's a little bit mid budget. So you can actually start testing a little bit more, but I wouldn't go with purchases yet. If you have more than $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per month, right? I would go with purchases inside of the app because you would actually have more actions happening there, right? And it also depends on how much it costs your application, right? And again, as I already said, the money is on retargeting. If someone didn't download yet, run a campaign with a nudge. So if you already ran the campaign, they didn't download the app install yet, you run another campaign to make them to actually download it. Something a little bit more direct to them to download it. If someone downloaded and it's in the activation period, chase them with activation ads. So someone downloaded, they didn't activate app, you can actually show them the benefits of the app all the time for 7 days to make them to actually activate the app, right? Someone downloaded but didn't purchase, you can run a discount coupon, and that works pretty good. So let's say someone downloaded it, you have a paid plan and they are in the free trial, something like that, and they didn't convert, right? That happens. You don't lose this potential client. What you need to do is run a discount coupon. It can be 10%, 20%, 30%, be creative, right? So you already know they didn't purchase. So you run a campaign and put there, hey, my app, and 10% discount if you buy in the next 48 hours, something like that, right? That works pretty well and drive a lot of purchases, right? And if someone churned, run a campaign to recover them, right? You already know the people that already churned and they are not paying anymore for the paid plan. You can actually recover these people with retargeting campaigns, right? Guys, this is the overview. That's very important that you do the developer's part here. That's the SDK, right? And if you need help with the marketing strategy behind the app downloads campaigns, please send me a message here in the description. You go directly to my website. We can make a call for free, and I can actually help you to see what's the best campaigns and the best type of ads that work pretty well for app campaigns, right? I already worked with more than 10 apps. Some of them already drove we already drove more than 10,000 app downloads just from ads. So send me a message if you need help with it, right? That's it. If you have any other question that's here, you can also send a comment in the video. I will try to answer everyone here. But if you need more help than that, you can actually go to a video with me. I'll be happy to help you. Okay. See you in the next one.